Segment 2, Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine, a presentation of Sonny Hirsch and myself. Dial us up on the web at www.ntnm.org, your gateway to find the shows on YouTube, where 60,000 shows have been watched to this point. Big on community policing, caps24.org. Sonny Hirsch has been reelected as the B facilitator for 2413. Good has triumphed over evil once again. And anyway, but you know what? Let's get down to business. Somebody that I met, actually, I believe you were representing Ed Smith, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Who said you watched the show, and who came as, I guess you're the campaign manager for Ed Smith.
I was, yes.
Okay, is Mike Fourcher. Mike, how you doing?
Hey, it's great to meet you.
First of all, pleasure.
See you again.
Okay, whatever, don't worry about it. So you're a very, very political person, obviously. Why don't you tell us about yourself?
Well, I guess the title that I use for myself is I'm a political consultant, and I consult for a number of different folks, progressives mostly in the city and around the state. Ed Smith is one of my proud past clients, and right now I'm working for some other folks, including State Representative Greg Harris and also Julie Hamas, so we're pretty excited. There's a lot of different things going on. I have done a ton of different things. I grew up on Chicago's north side, and then went out east and went to college there, and then worked in D.C. for a number of different people, including Congresswoman Loretta Sanchez, the first Democrat elected from Orange County, and then also Bill Richardson when he was at the U.S. Department of Energy, and stayed in close touch with him too. So I came back to Chicago after the great debacle of 2000 for Al Gore.
That was disappointing.
Well, it was disappointing for me because I lost my job, along with everybody that was working in the Clinton administration. No. So I've been back here in town ever since about 2003, and I'm happy to be working in Chicago and helping out good candidates in Chicago and around Illinois. It's a dream come true.
Yeah, Julie Hamas, as a matter of fact, Jewish Chicago, feel free to take a copy afterwards. I called her the most valuable Jewish legislator for the last year.
I don't think you need to have the Jewish in there. She's probably one of the most valuable legislators, period.
Being a person who takes public transportation all the time, the work she did with the CTA and RTA and the PACE and everybody else, and despite stiff opposition from a non-doing governor.
Yeah.
I mean, she really did a yeoman's job.
She's definitely been working real hard. So, one of the things that I've had a lot of interest in lately has been how the internet and electronic communications has really been impacting politics in Chicago, Illinois, and around the country. There's a whole sea change of things that are beginning to happen. Let's start with the 2007 aldermanic elections. We saw a whole bunch of people begin to really use not just email and websites for all these aldermanic races, but people were going around and shooting their own videos and their own little campaign commercials and putting them up on YouTube for all of these aldermanic candidates. And that sort of thing was really spreading through the internet, all these social networks that were being created on YouTube and Facebook. And then you come to the 2008 campaign with Barack Obama. Forget Chicago aldermanic races. Barack Obama uses the internet in an incredible way to consolidate millions of people around the country, and now he has an email list of 13 million people who are all supportive of him. And I think that this is the kind of thing that we can really expect a lot of changes in the next 2 to 4 years, using electronic communications and using video in a really powerful way. I brought a little gadget here. This is a flip video, and when I bought it, it was about $120.
Yeah.
And this is just a video camera. That's all it is. There's a camera up here, and there's video in the back. And I'm gonna tape you. And here you are. And so now this sort of thing, everybody can go around with one of these, and it's like getting a little snapshot. And so now I have about 10 seconds of video of you and me and what's going on here. And you give a bunch of these $120 video cameras to people, And now you have these people who are recording all different kinds of things, and they can edit it on their personal computer and put it up on the web. Now you have the power of video and the power of the internet connecting people and changing the nature of politics. What a politician says and what a politician does can be caught anywhere and put on the web. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to connect it to your YouTube of this show.
Sure.
And people can see the behind the scenes of your show.
Feel free.
All right.
Hey, if we're taping you, you can tape us. I don't. It's fine by me. Along those lines, one of the things Sonny and I have done recently is we actually go out on location for some of the neighborhood meetings. And we've been putting meetings live on the internet, which is a very simple thing to do.
Yes, yes.
And within 1 second of when I hear something, I can watch it on the notebook on the internet. And it's very cool. And that way, it's very hard to spin what's happening at a public meeting.
Absolutely. And the equipment that you guys are using is way better than this little thing. And obviously, the video quality and the audio quality you get are a lot better. But you don't really need to have high-quality video and audio in order to catch somebody say something that's going to incriminate them or ruin their political campaign.
No, not at all. As a matter of fact, I found, I have an artist friend. I mean, having been involved in publishing and all that over the years, he was able to do better art than most people could even imagine on the most basic Microsoft program under Windows 3.1.
Right.
When I was a student at Columbia, there was a brilliant photographer there who could take the cheapest $3 box camera and do great art better than anybody could attempt on a 35 millimeter.
Right. And I'm old enough to remember when I first started working on campaigns about 15 years ago, nobody really had email addresses, and certainly nobody had video cameras that could fit into your front pocket. And those sort of things, now that everybody can communicate quickly by email, that they can communicate, that they can take video of different people and they can throw it up on the web, it completely changes the game. Everything happens faster. People that are lower on the ballot, running for alderman, running for water reclamation district, what have you, state representative, they can put together serious campaigns with serious issues, and they can reveal their opponents and other people behind the scenes, show things that people don't necessarily want.
Yeah, but it's fair game. If you're going to be in public office, that's well, I mean, you don't follow somebody into the washroom, but
right. There's a limit to taste.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
But no, I think that's terrific, and it sounds like you're really trying to imagine these things, capture them, and be able to use them in campaigns in the future.
Absolutely. This is really what's going to be happening. It's happening today, and I think it's an interesting snapshot of all the things that are. By the time this show reveals, we'll know who's the 5th congressional district congressman or the Democratic nominee, and that Democratic primary race is really showing all of the different things that were learned in the 2008 fall election.
Yeah, it's 26 people are running between the 3 different parties.
Yeah, and all of them are using these technologies. They're using Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all these different things that are relatively inexpensive and cheap to use. It used to be that you had to lay out a ton of money in order to get some expensive graphic design and get a printer to print all your signs and those different things. And the price of all that has been pushed down. But that doesn't mean people spend less money. It just means that you get more bang for your buck.
You can get a lot more bang for the buck. At this point, why don't you give people your contact information?
Well, you can come to my website at purelypolitical.us, and actually I have a little analysis of the 5th congressional race that I put up there that was actually picked up by Politico.com.
Cool.
And so please take a look at the site, and I hope to see you all out on the campaign trail.
I want to thank you very much, Mike Fourcher, purelypolitical.us.
.us.
Okay. And I want to thank my entire technical crew, Sonny Hirsch. I want to thank all of you for being here. Check us on the web. Check us on CAN TV. Check us in the suburbs. Thanks so much, Mike. All the best.
Thank you.